Most men walk through life asleep, blind, weak, and satisfied with crumbs when they were meant to conquer. They're slaves to their emotions, their circumstances, and their desires, drifting in a sea of mediocrity. But here's the harsh truth. No one cares about your comfort. Not the world, not the people around you, and certainly not women. Women are drawn to power, not pity. They want strength, not weakness. They want men who are unyielding, relentless, and in full control of themselves. If you live by the wrong principles, you will push women away, not pull them in. And these 5 Stoic mantras, these laws of nature, are the exact things that will turn women off faster than any failure. These mantras aren't about soft truths. They're hard, cold, and unapologetically real. If you're not willing to accept them, then prepare for a life of struggle and loneliness. It's that simple. Understand this. Life is a battlefield. The world is brutal, and it doesn't hand you anything on a silver platter. You either fight for what you want or be trampled by those who are more disciplined and focused. Most men, though, refuse to see it. They walk around like victims, giving into every emotional whim and waiting for the world to serve them. Let me make this clear. Women don't want the passive, emotional wreck who is always looking for validation. They want the warrior, the man who is unshaken, unwavering in his discipline, and fortified by an iron will. They want the man who leads himself first. If you refuse to embody these Stoic truths, the world will harden you, and not in the way you think. If you do embrace them, however, you will rise above the chaos and command respect. So, brace yourself. These 5 Stoic mantras will set the foundation for your growth, but they will also expose the flaws that need to be erased if you ever want to become the man you were meant to be. Step 1. I am the master of my emotions. Men who are slaves to their emotions have no place in the world of power, and they certainly have no place in the life of a woman who wants a man of strength. Emotional outbursts, impulsivity, and a lack of control are the quickest ways to drive her away. You cannot afford to be ruled by your moods or desires. You must own them. Stoicism teaches us that emotions are not to be suppressed, but controlled. You must train yourself to respond, not react. Every storm in your mind should be calmed before it manifests. Women want a man who remains steadfast, whose inner fortress is impenetrable. They want a man who can face chaos and still keep his cool. If you show weakness, you show vulnerability. If you allow your emotions to dictate your actions, you lose respect. So, become the master of your emotions. Train your mind daily. Meditate, practice restraint. Do not allow yourself to be dragged around by your feelings. This is a non-negotiable foundation of self. If you cannot do this, you will fail in every realm of your life, especially with women. Step 2. I will not seek validation. Seeking validation is a form of weakness. It's the cry of a man who has not yet realized his own worth. Women are not here to fill your emotional void, to validate your existence, or to give you purpose. That is your responsibility. Stoicism teaches that your value is not determined by others. The opinions of others, especially women, should hold no power over you. You should find strength within yourself, not in the approval of those around you. Men who need constant validation from women are weak, insecure, and utterly unattractive. When you live for the applause, you weaken yourself. You stop taking ownership of your life and instead make it contingent on others. Women can sense this weakness from miles away. They want a man who is complete in himself, not one who is always chasing external affirmation. Stop seeking validation. Build your worth internally. The man who is already whole doesn't need approval. He leads by example. And that, gentlemen, is the type of man who commands respect from women. Step 3. I will not compromise my integrity. A man who compromises his principles, his integrity, is nothing. Nothing at all. A man who lies, who betrays his own values for temporary gain, will always attract women who see him as weak and disposable. Women can forgive a lot of things, but they cannot forgive a man who is dishonest, unprincipled, or deceitful. The Stoics understood this truth well. They knew that true power comes from living by your word, being the same person in every situation, no matter how challenging or tempting it might be. Integrity is your reputation, your honor, and your backbone. It is the silent force that ensures respect follows you everywhere. It is unshakable. If you compromise on it for convenience, you will become a shadow of the man you were meant to be. No one respects a man who doesn't respect himself. If you want to hold a woman's attention, don't lie. Don't bend your principles for the sake of her comfort. Be unapologetically truthful no matter how uncomfortable the truth might be. In doing so, you become the man others look to for strength. Women are drawn to men of integrity because they know they can trust them. Step 4. I will embrace hardship. You cannot become great without embracing suffering. It's as simple as that. Most men run from discomfort, avoiding pain, and chasing pleasure. Women can feel this fear. They can sense it, and when they do, they lose all attraction. Stoicism teaches that hardship is not something to avoid, it is something to welcome. It is the forge where men are made. The harder the battle, the stronger the warrior. Strength is built in silence, in sweat, in the grind. Women want a man who can take the blows and keep moving forward. They want a man who understands that discomfort is temporary but growth is permanent. So, embrace hardship. Don't run from the grind. Seek out the challenges that'll forge you into a true man. This isn't just for your career or your body, it's for your mind, your spirit, and your relationships. Women want men who are ready to face adversity head-on and walk through it stronger than before. Step 5. I will not live in fear. Fear is the most insidious enemy a man can have. Fear paralyzes you. Fear keeps you from acting, from taking risks, from pursuing greatness. Women despise fear. It's weak, it's limiting, and it keeps you from being the man you were born to be. Stoicism teaches that fear is a phantom. It's a projection of the mind, something that only has power over you if you allow it. A man who lives in fear of rejection, failure, or pain will never rise to his potential. He will always remain shackled by his own insecurities. You must cast aside fear and stand firm in the face of uncertainty. A man who fears nothing, who is willing to step into the unknown with courage and conviction, becomes a beacon of strength. This is the man who women will respect, admire, and desire. So, eliminate your fear. You are stronger than it. Women don't want the man who is afraid to fail. They want the one who dares to succeed against all odds. These are the mantras that will either make or break you. They are not easy. They are not comfortable. They are the hard truths of Stoic wisdom, practical, powerful, and unusual. Strength is built in silence. Excellence is earned, not given. Hit like, subscribe, and then get back to work. Your life depends on it.